Picture this. You're on a long road trip, miles of highways stretching ahead when hunger strikes. You pull into a gas station, expecting the usual, a quick grab of chips, jerky, or maybe a soda, maybe one of those Skittle drinks that I've seen there.
I've never seen Skittles drinks.
That's insane.
But instead, you're greeted by the smell of fried chicken, green beans, hamburgers, and pies behind the counter. In the Southeast, gas stations are more than just quick stops. They're hubs of community and culture, where cooks serve up everything from Cajun classics to Southern soul food. This project dives into the surprising world of gas station eateries in Alabama, exploring not just the food, but the people and stories behind it. In this episode, we're uncovering how these roadside kitchens serve as lifelines for local communities and culinary landmarks for travelers. Along the way, we're celebrating the diversity of flavors and the resilience of those who create them, all while approaching these stories with respect and curiosity. Because as we've learned, sometimes the best meals come from the most unexpected places.
Hi! Right now, Katya and I are walking to 10 more
Gas stations.
Yes.
What do you usually go to gas station for outside of the basic things like getting gas?
I do have a gas station near my home. Sometimes I'll go there for like almost pharmacy essentials. Sometimes they have things like CVS, like they have Kleenex or like hand sanitizer or things that are very essential when traveling that you might forget. But other than that, I just stop there for food, I would say.
Imagine how local communities can form as a result of certain gas stations. We know of a pretty popular sort of a partially gas station like Buc-ee's.
Right.
This is almost like a chain here.
Quintessential Southern gas station. I think every time people are going to say Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's was introduced to me a couple of years ago, actually. But it is this mega gas station, okay? It is not your typical gas station. There are big pumps, and when you walk in, there are Buc-ee-themed everything and anything. I mean, this is like the mascot of all mascots.
Preston on the board! Hey! Preston on the board!
So when you walk in, there's all different types of Buc-ee-themed goods, where, t-shirts to food items, to drinks, to pretty much anything. And that really juxtaposed against what I would consider normal gas stations.
Yeah. They aren't as almost mainstream
Right.
as the Buc-ee's.
Right, exactly. And why are these gas stations the places that people are going to compared to other fast food alternatives like Jack's or Wendy's or McDonald's? Why are these gas stations pulling more people? And do they have loyal customers? What does that look like day to day?
Little love so every day, making overtime.
Now we're actually hitting rural Alabama. We're getting away from the metropolitan area.
So what do you know about this first gas station in terms of food? What are you imagining it to be?
I think Mustang Oil is kind of like a southern soul food, so it's most likely going to be fry foods and fried greens. Will most likely have okra on the menu. That's what I'm envisioning. But it could also end up being a barbecue, a weirdly rural barbecue joint.
So they have for the dinner menu, they have chicken liver, which I'm a fan of. They have barbecue pork. It seems like they have catfish. It's fried, a lot of fried Cajun stuff. Yeah. Obviously, there's some footage of us talking about the menu in the car, which I found rather exciting. I'm a foodie, self-proclaimed foodie, and so I was very ecstatic to try any food, and especially gas station food, because I'm not used to going to gas stations and having full sit-down meals, right?
This is the main drag, so basically downtown Greensboro.
Ain't no way.
It says it's open.
It says it's open.
Imagine it's just the leftover like structure.
Comments. Oh my god.
There's no. Are you filming our reactions right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. This is crazy. I was. My heart was pumping. I was so excited. Like, finally, this is our first interview, and we turned the corner, and then we saw it. We saw the wreckage, and immediately we all looked at each other, and we're like, Is this the right place? Is Google Maps being a little bit silly? And so I just remember us, getting out of the car, and Katya had a very shocked expression on her face.
The gas station no longer exists.
Yeah.
Show. This is actually crazy.
We realized that we probably didn't do enough research. And that's when we decided, okay, let's maybe look up on their social media pages and see if Mustang Oil has anything to say about why there's just a door and a toilet instead of an actual restaurant.
This is supposed to be the new Mustang. It's just not ready yet.
Oh, okay. So,
yeah.
Okay, so they're renovating.
Yeah, they're renovating. How did that thing get destroyed?
I don't know.
That's
a whole mystery now.
We gotta dig into the mystery.
Such a little artsy town.
It is so cool.
Needs to come back. Well, actually, we will be coming back, so never mind.
We spoke to some locals and found out that a car had actually crashed into the old location, and that people had previously owned also the Magnolia Steakhouse, shrimp, seafood and steakhouse behind it, and so they just essentially moved Mustang Oil into the vacant space behind it, and are actually opening a full-on restaurant now. So we're actually seeing a gas station restaurant transform into a full-on restaurant with community support. So that's kind of cool.
We interviewed a couple of the locals, and they told us about how they were opening up, I think, the day after we were going to leave, which was kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I wish that I could go back and try the food. I was amazed by how the community rallied in support behind Mustang Oil, and how they all were very supportive of the reopening of the restaurant, and it really says a lot about the community and how much they value gas station food. And I mean, Mustang Oil had been there for a very long time.
We managed to get interviews with two very different Chevron locations. Ironically, they were both situated close to University of Alabama campuses. While the Holt-Chevron is in a rural area on the edge of Tuscaloosa, Mac's one stop is smack in the middle of Birmingham. Now, despite this, it was really interesting to see the similarities between these two locations. Both are locally known, they gain a lot of business via word of mouth, and they're well loved for their freshly cooked, super yummy food. But their secret ingredient, as we found out, is the kindness that they show to their customers. I first learned that the Chevron in Holt, Alabama served homemade food while taking another anthropology class that was centered around food and nutrition a couple of years ago. As a class, we drove out to Holt to conduct a survey of the built environment of the town, such as sidewalks and playgrounds, and where the locals can buy food. At that time, there were no grocery stores in Holt city limits, and I believe that is still the case today.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
I feel like I'm Jake Paul or something.
You're like a Jane Fowler.
Yeah.
I like your coat shirt. I think I have one of
It
those.
looks like Chevron colors. I'm like,
Oh my God, look.
It's your vibe right now. She's decked out.
The blood, the red.
Very USA.
I'm hungry. Yes. I can't wait.
Me too.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning and they're already pretty busy. So my understanding is that they stay busy, and which is why they want us to come a little bit before the lunch rush started.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
We were surprised to see not only that it sold all the things that we were looking for, but also freshly made food, including fried chicken, fried fish, mac and cheese, and peach cobbler.
Don't knock it until you try.
Oh my God, you're so kind. Thank you so much.
Okay, enjoy your lunch, okay?
Thank you. So kind of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And this is so cool. Yeah. I didn't realize he put bread in there. Yeah.
Well, in the food industry altogether, it's been 20 years. Grandma taught all her grandkids to cook, and she had all of us in the kitchen by the age of 5. Basically, fast food, but not fast food. Something that'll fill you up when you're in a rush and don't have time. Breakfast, then Miss Vic, about 7:30, 8 o'clock, Miss Vicky, she'll start preparing lunch. While she's the first round. While she's doing breakfast at the same time.
Mac and cheese.
There's so much cheese on it too.
As it should be.
Wow.
As it should be. And I just dipped this in some mashed potatoes and said that it was amazing. So we're gonna try.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Oh.
That's so good.
It's good. You should try.
Bye.
Very good. Very good.
Basically, the customers give us ideas, and they come in and say if they see something, if they think of something that they probably want, then they'll tell him and he'll order it.
Well, what is your busiest or most active time of day? Clearly, there's already
Lunchtime. Monday through Friday at lunchtime. From 12 to about 1:30.
Okay, yeah. And could you estimate how many people would come in during that?
Whew. It's kind of rough to say, because I be in the back frying. The average customer,
Yeah.
well, we got plenty of those. They come in every day, order the same thing. Friendly, just nice people all together.
I'm just a regular, so I get the wings or the chicken tenders or the fish.
Okay.
Other than that.
Looks bomb, man.
Oh yeah, fish.
Oh God.
Yeah, fish.
Yeah. Do you go to UA?
No. My mom works there.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah.
Well, some live nearby, some live across town.
Okay. And they come all the way here.
All the way here,
food.
just for the food.
Why do you think your restaurant appeals to these individuals?
A lot of customers say it's because of the atmosphere. Come in, greet you with a smile, how you doing? And just all in general, just the people and the food, I guess. Well, it's convenient. You get a one-stop shop, gas, anything else you need, one-stop shop.
Oh, goodness, so warm. Oh my God. Sorry, I gotta get a peach.
The delayed reaction, it's good. You're like,
Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up.
Thank you so much.
Everything was really great.
It was so tasty, yes. The fried chicken, mashed potato, everything was incredible.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Yes, we'll be back. Yes, thank you.
Nestled in the heart of Birmingham, surrounded by the University of Alabama Birmingham Schools of Medicine, is a local favorite nested in Chevron. Mac's One Stop is a gas station eatery that caters to the city's myriad students, medical workers, and other moving parts. Park only while shopping at Mac's One Stop. Wine Stop.
Thank you.
My name is Heather Eel, and I am the owner of Mac's One Stop. Been here for give or take 37 years. So yeah, been doing it ever since I was 18. But my family has always been in the service station, gas station business. So that's where it comes with dealing with the public and just, being in somewhat of a service industry. But yeah, we actually had a Shell and a BP that were right on the next block. And then this used to be an old abandoned Exxon, where in '86 there was a big boom that went toward the convenience stores. So that kind of turned into my dad's idea and thought process. Well, there's not anything in this area, and there was never a thought about UAB being as big and encompassing as it is now, especially with the campus and the hospital. So it's, it's kind of taken off. There were tons of abandoned buildings, so I've just sat here and watched the neighborhood progress. Yeah, my dad started this in '86, and it came fully equipped with a restaurant. So we've been doing food since day one. Yeah, it's I would have to say that it has taken off to the extent probably within the last 10 years. COVID was actually one of our bigger years, only for the fact that we got deemed a necessity because of the gas. I really don't know why. Nobody was driving anywhere, but we were here. And plus, being next to the hospital, they had to close down the whole food court inside the hospital because they didn't want anybody dining in, and everything that we served was to take away. And all the places across the street, which we actually lost some of our neighbors due to, COVID and loss of business and revenue and so forth. But, hey, knock on wood, we were quite sustainable. So, yeah, here we are, almost 5 years later. So, but yeah, I would say COVID 2020 was one of our busiest years.
So this is all good to go, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Looks like y'all did spaghetti today.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I get one of the spaghetti plates?
Excited to eat.
Yeah, I might want
I'll take it.
Lemon, banana, apple, and peach. That's all we have.
Okay, can I have a peach, please?
We bought some sandwiches at Chevron. What'd you have here, Austin?
The spaghetti from Max One Stop, and it is fire. Even as cold. I didn't ask for them to microwave it because I just wanted it. I was really hungry, but oh my god, it's so good.
Everybody, this is Preston.
Hi, Preston.
So now Preston was like, well, why don't we have like a soul food one day a week? And I was like, oh, okay, I'm in, sure, why not? Can't get any crazier. Well, little did I know, it got a lot crazier, but Wednesdays are great. I mean, we put it on the Facebook page, what we're gonna have, and kind of rotate it out. We have people come in, they'll give us their own suggestions, and we'll just go with it from there. So yeah, he does a lot of, he bakes all of our pies and cakes and cookies and all that stuff. It's all homemade. And then too, he makes spaghetti. We'll have chicken tetrazzini. We have, hamburger steak, gravy and onions, mashed potatoes and gravy, yams, green beans. We have everything.
It's got peppers and mushrooms and tomato, cheese. Like, I'm wanting for nothing right here. This is the full meal. This is the full thing.
I have all the way from, the ER doctors that come in that, want to hear about the crazy stories that we've had, or I have, the construction worker who's building on the hospital and renovating. It's just, I have everybody. I have homeless, I have extremely wealthy people that pull up in expensive cars. So yeah, so he's been an extremely good plus, but I have a lot of people that'll say, well, you ought to open a restaurant. And I'm like, kind of thought that was what I was doing, just inside a convenience store. So, but it's great. We have customers that I've had since day one. I've got folks that, have been doing this with me. Sandra's been here going on 20 years. So, I've got a good core group of folks, so I'm not going to let them go. and I don't think they really want to go anywhere. So we're a match made in heaven. So once in a while, lunch is kind of crazy. Wednesdays, usually 10:30 to 2 is a madhouse. And then sometimes after work, a little bit, probably I would say 4 to 6:30, somewhere around in there. Just your main traffic get off times. We spend probably more time with our customers than we do our own friends and family. So, I mean, there's a little bit of building a relationship, and you have a lot of core people that, rely on you, they depend on you.
I love the aesthetic of you eating pasta outside Chevron, like that's such a vibe.
Well, really
delicious.
Yeah.
5 out of 5.
I really like sandwiches, but I didn't want to compliment.
She just didn't mark ours. Because we had peach, so it didn't matter.
So excited.
I was about to say the peach pie was phenomenal.
It's so tasty. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at the inside.
Oh, there's a falafel there.
Beautiful. Beautiful color. So I have a lemon flavored one, and I have a peach flavored one.
Yes, it's lemon. You'd expect it to be like sour and stuff, but the way it's made, it's very soft lemon, creamy. It's very tasty. I want to buy more before we leave. Like, it's actually so good.
Maybe I should get some for my parents.
Today's November 18th, and we are again at Chevron in Birmingham. Look at this beautiful location. The weather is great. Oh, the whole team is here, so yes, say hi.
At Max One Stop.
Yeah. We're here for lunch.
This matches your shirt.
Oh, yeah? I need to get one of those Max shirts.
You do.
A myriad of cheeseburgers, crunchy fries, chicken salads, breakfast biscuits, and on some weeks, homemade spaghetti. This gas station eatery brings a bit of soulful home cooking on the go. Max One Stop's reviews online show a long history of customers enjoying their food, many mentioning that their burger is the best in town. However, this gas station restaurant is more than a community eatery. It's a hidden treasure that its community has loved since its inception. So, when did you first start cooking?
I made my first meal at 8.
At 8? What was your first meal?
Spaghetti.
Hey!
It was awful. When I'm sitting next to me, they ate all of it, but it was disgusting. My brother's like, this is the worst stuff I've ever had. But my mom sat down on the side of the bed and she ate that white bowl of the nasty spaghetti.
When did you decide to do this industry?
I kind of always wanted to cook, but to get into this, I was in my 20s. I went to culinary for a little while, and I really, really enjoyed it. And so the rest is history after that.
And they said you worked at another restaurant before this?
Yeah, Scott's Coney's. Mm-hmm. It's closed down now. He went out of business. Well, he retired.
I did. Yeah.
Okay, so 2 cheeseburgers, 2 fries.
Double bacon cheeseburger, fries. You came up with the Wednesday special menu. How did that come about? When did you decide on that?
Well, I used to do it over there. And we have some of the same customers.
Yeah.
And so I decided that I'm going to try it out here. So we tried spaghetti to see if they like it. They liked it, so we just kept expanding. So we do. The spaghetti is one of our good sellers. Then, like next week we're gonna have hamburger steak with onions and gravy, loaded mashed potatoes, and cabbage and cornbread. And so they look forward to it. They call in. Well, don't they call it like Thursday? The special Wednesday. They call in Thursday for the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And you also brought breakfast back on the menu. We were told.
Well, they were known for having a good breakfast. So they had someone here, Patrick, who unfortunately passed away from COVID, and so they needed somebody else to come. So I stepped into a really big shin when I came here to do breakfast. So I'm trying to live up to his reputation.
I hope I can say this without crying, but probably not. But I've only had three cooks. And Preston being one of them now, and Patrick, who passed away in 2020, was with me for 24 years, Yes. And I had May before that. And so she was here from day one up until when she retired. And then Patrick took over. And then when he passed away, then Preston actually came from right down the street. And it's hard to lose the good ones, but, you know, it kind of is a little bit of a, you know, a sad day when someone comes in and asks about former employees and stuff. But we lost 2 during COVID and actually on the same day. How strange and odd is that? But what a strange and odd time we all went through. So, but yeah. So we're gonna hang in here and do it till we can't.
Feel great.
Yeah, you feel good.
Everybody feels tired, clearly. Everybody's ready.
We're tired. It is like getting close to finals week. We're exhausted, but again, like we should feel proud of ourselves. We feel so accomplished. There was a lot of like planning that went into it, and again, it's interesting to see how things don't always go according to plan, but they work out how they're supposed to. It feels
first French fry experience.
It's phenomenal. I'm sorry.
You can hear the
I couldn't wait.
Literally. Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. See you later. Bye.
Take care.
Oh my gosh, I've had people retire from UAB that would come by and be like, hey, I just wanted to tell you today was my last day and I'm not going to be coming in anymore. And still, you know, every time they would come to the doctor's visits or whatever they had to come to town for, they'd stop by and see us. So, I mean, that's, you know, that says a lot, you know. And it's great. I like to, clearly I can talk to a wall or talk to, you know, anything. And that's definitely a trait I get from my grandfather and my dad. Just being in the service industry, I mean, you either sink or swim, and you gotta, you know, you gotta bring people out of their shell and kind of talk to them and figure them out. Or say like, oh, well, hey, what do you want? What makes you tick? What's your deal? You know. So I just like dealing with people.
3, 2, 1.
It's just a cheeseburger and not like bacon. It's got pickles, onions, lettuce, tomatoes. Pretty much anything. How would you rate it, Katya?
I don't eat fries very often, but the fries, they're so crunchy, perfect amount of salt, and it's one of those fries that taste good without even any ketchup, any sort of sauce.
Yeah.
So that's saying a lot about the fries. So yeah, I would definitely give it like 9.5 out of 10.
Okay. I rated it 9.2 out of 10. So Katya and I are on the same wavelength. But definitely, if you come to Max One Stop, we would recommend just a typical cheeseburger. If you want bacon, get bacon.
Yep.
And fries. Roll Tide.
South. Some of the best food you get is from a gas station.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming along with us. And
Don't forget to stop by Max One Stop in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've kind of grown up in the South, so I know gas station restaurants. I know that these are the places to get food, especially if you want a home-cooked meal.
But it was a good reminder that, you know, you always have to have a backup plan. And I think the 2 places that we ended up interviewing were really ideal for this project. Yeah, they were genuine gas station food locations, and their food was really great. So I completely understand why the communities are so fond of them.
I'm excited because this is the start of something great and big, and I hope that this project continues outside of what we've done, and I hope that this inspires all of you guys watching to go out and try some gas station food yourself. It's very delicious, and there should be no stigma around it.
There's a kind of a difficulty in doing like a visual ethnography versus just doing a documentary, because like with a documentary you just kind of put the information out there, but when you take that approach of a visual ethnography, there still needs to be that reflection and that analysis.
And I think that there's not many visual ethnographies out there that are also accessible to the public in a way and presented in a way that the public can understand and are interested the same way that they are interested in documentaries.
Before this project, I had never sat down for a full meal at a gas station. I saw them as quick stops, places to refuel, grab a snack, and move on. But this journey completely changed my perspective. I discovered that gas stations, especially in rural areas, are much more than convenience stores. They are gathering places where people come together, share stories, and enjoy meals, often rooted in local tradition.
These regulars, these people that really rely on the continuance of these food. I mean, even through COVID, like a lot of their stories are about, we had to shut down the eating section, but we still fed people. So, I mean, that really tells you just kind of like the resilience and the need for these places in their community. That, I mean, these places fill this need. It is affordable food and it's on the go.
This project opened my eyes to the rich culture and connection found in these spaces, and the value of slowing down from the rush of life to try new and unfamiliar foods. You never know what flavors or experience you might discover.
There are a lot of good little spots and Alabama's got quite a few, actually, I think, at least 10 to 20 that people just don't know about. And I think it'd be a great little book to put together. Gotta give people a chance. Don't ever judge too quickly.
These people really are it. They're the unsung pillars of a eating community in their town.